Smarter or harder, not smarter.
Yeah.
Is what we're talking about. What's something that you do the hard way because you're just kind of being lazy about it? I think that's sort of what's going on with your toilet, Allison.
That's absolutely what's happening. There's something going on. I think the thing that stops it up is loose, or I don't know. So the water keeps seeping through, and then the tank isn't full enough for me to flush my toilet when I use it.
Oh, okay.
So my workaround is I take the lid off the back of the toilet. I push the pump down until the water fills up. It flushes, and then I put the cap back on, and I'm like, this is my life now. This is how I flush the toilet now every single time, instead of I don't know, getting it fixed.
Yeah, but it's so much that's totally what I mean by working harder, not smarter. Would it be easier to call the maintenance man? Sure.
Yeah.
But that's there are steps then, and you got to have a maintenance person come over.
Yeah.
It's it would just be easier to do this. I go through a similar thing with my phone and the Wi-Fi here at work. Every morning I come in, my phone connects to the Wi-Fi, and for some reason there's a snafu in between the connection of the Wi-Fi and actually using the Wi-Fi.
Uh-oh.
So every day I turn my Wi-Fi off first thing as soon as I try to do something on my phone and I can't do anything. Turn my Wi-Fi off. Then right at 6 a.m. it reconnects to the Wi-Fi and I have to turn it off again. It's I could go in and you've told me before, just have your phone forget the network.
Yeah, that feels so much easier, because then what happens for me is if I turn off my Wi-Fi, I'll forget to turn it back on, and then it'll be off the whole day and I'll be at home and I'm not using Wi-Fi, and I don't like that.
Oh, see, mine automatically reconnects.
That's weird. That must be some kind of setting. Maybe it's me who needs to look at my settings. Maybe I'm criticizing you and I'm the one who's actually doing it wrong.
So can you think of anything in your life that's kind of like that? There is an easy solution here. Call the maintenance man, fix my toilet, forget the Wi-Fi network, but I'm going to continue doing it the harder way.
Yeah.
Because it's seemingly easier in my head. For most of us, flushing the toilet is as easy as hitting the little flusher thing, but Allison has a couple other steps because she has to work harder, not smarter.
Yeah.
Rather than just have somebody come fix your toilet, you're manually filling up the back of it.
Yeah, I am. Taking the top off every time, pushing down the pump, waiting for it to fill up, then hitting flush. And that feels like the easiest way to do things.
Fly 101, Adam and Allison. So we're asking the question, what do you work harder, not smarter about? Hey, Elijah, does that make any sense?
Right. It do, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
All right, so what is something in your life, maybe it's your toilet that you're, working the hard way or something, something that you do the hard way, not necessarily the smart way?
Raising my son.
How do you mean?
Well, when it's time for us to eat, I can just feed them myself, because when they eat, they make mess, but I can just do it the easy way, just go and feed them myself, no mess. No dirty, extra dishes, and I'm done with it.
Okay, I was thinking we were going to have to call CPS or something. You just throw a can of green beans at them and say, figure it out. No, you're saying the total opposite. Okay, I like it.
Right.
But it makes sense. I've had this fear of if I were to become a parent, that I would be very overbearing in a sense, because I wouldn't want to have to deal with the mess. I totally see what you're saying. They're maybe not learning how to eat for themselves and keep things clean, because you don't want to have to pick up the mess in the meantime.
Right.
Elijah, thank you so much for the call. It's Adam and Allison, 601-995-1017. If you've got an example of how you work harder, not necessarily smarter. My guilty pleasure, Adrienne, texted us.
Yeah, she says, as opposed to cleaning out my phone storage, I'll wait until I need to take a pic or a video. I'll find a few things to delete in that moment rushingly, which doesn't always work, to take the pic or video. And Lord forbid my frugal behind buy more storage space.
That I can relate to that so much. My Gmail a few years ago had gotten clogged up and it was out of storage, and I just kept emptying the trash and then emptying the spam, which would work temporarily because that does free up some space, but then eventually my inbox was 100, that was 100% of my memory, so I just got rid of everything, and I regret that so much because I had old audio clips of me whenever I was first starting out in radio and stuff like that. That's gone forever. I'll never have it again.
If you had just taken the time to actually go through the Gmail feed, delete what needed to be deleted from 8 years ago, that time that you bought something online, to the things that were worth keeping, you wouldn't be in that boat. But no, you were delete all.
But Worked harder, not smarter there.
Yeah.
Wasn't good for future me. Present me was very happy with myself, though.
I definitely saw someone employing this driving down Ridgewood yesterday. And sometimes this happens because, like, we're in a pinch. We need to save money. But I saw someone whose air conditioning wasn't working in their car, and they had a bunch of battery-powered fans taped up to the roof of their car, just blowing air at them. I was like, there you go. You got to do what you got to do.
There it is.